You've worked with them. Maybe you rode behind them. Maybe, if we're being honest, you've been them at some point. An officer who knows the job cold, strong tactically, sharp on strategy, has expectations, cares deeply about getting it right, and yet their crew doesn't buy into their leadership. Not because the crew is lazy, not because they don't know better, but because the officer's leadership never really takes hold. That's what we're talking about today, how technically solid fire officers undermine themselves through their behavior, and how that quietly erodes trust, credibility, and performance. If you're an officer, you already know this feeling. You give a direction, and it gets done, but barely. You correct mistakes, and all you get is silence. You ask for initiative, and no one steps up. You can feel it riding in the rig. Nobody's volunteering ideas. Nobody's anticipating needs. Firefighters are doing exactly what's required and no more. And here's the frustrating part. You know the job. You're not wrong. Your expectations are reasonable. But the way those expectations are delivered, through volume, through constant criticism, through authority alone, that's what shuts people down. And if you've ever caught yourself saying, the new firefighters don't want to work hard, or they just don't care like we did, that's a strong chance the real issue isn't just them, but maybe also you. And let's say, even if it is them, you still have to find a way to lead them. We've all seen this in the firehouse. Officers who lead with pressure instead of steady presence, who correct every mistake publicly, who believe yelling equals command presence, and the crew learns fast. Guess what they learn? Don't speak up. Don't try something new. Don't take initiative. Just do what you're told and stay out of the way. Because effort is met with criticism rather than development. This isn't about being soft. It's about understanding human behavior under your leadership. Firefighters don't shut down because standards are high. They shut down because standards are enforced without respect. Ask yourself, are you this kind of officer? And then own it if you are. If you think leadership means being right, if you believe that frequent correction alone will sharpen a crew, you're missing the mark. Technically, you may be right, but sometimes it's not about being right. It's how you deliver the message. What can change everything for the better is this realization. They aren't failing you. You're teaching them not to engage. You're not developing or building them. You're focusing on managing behavior. And that's hard to understand sometimes because your interactions may be good for the most part, but your impact was damaging. Let's get something clear. Authority gets compliance. Respect gets commitment. If you want capable firefighters, here's what actually works. 1, teach the why. Orders without explanation create robots, not good firefighters. When firefighters understand the why, they're more likely to take ownership. 2, sometimes it works better to correct privately and reinforce publicly. Public correction can breed embarrassment. You may need to tailor this correction to the situation and the person. Private correction can build trust. 3, model before you enforce. If you don't live the standard, you don't get to demand it. 4, mentor more than you criticize. Criticism without guidance is just tearing people down. 5, hold the line without attacking the person. You can be firm and still be respectful. Those two things are not opposites. Here's the truth most officers miss. Crews don't resist standards. They resist disrespect. When officers resort to intimidation, they train their firefighters to stop caring. So here's the hard question, and this one's for you, not your crew. Are you building firefighters, or are you just correcting them? Before you complain about your crew, look in the mirror before looking at them, because a crew is usually a reflection of its leadership. So here's your challenge. Teach one thing today instead of criticizing it. Explain the why behind one decision. Pull one firefighter aside and invest 5 minutes. Do that consistently, and everything changes. The strongest fire officers don't lower standards, they raise people up. And when you get that balance right, good performance, it's going to follow. If this conversation matters to you, share it with another officer, subscribe for real leadership conversations, and keep building firefighters worth following. Subscribe to the channel and check out firegroundcompany.com. Thanks for stopping by.